Welcome. In this unit, we're going to be talking about working with your youth minister. As I mentioned before, you want to be sure that everything you do, your overall vision and goals for the girls' ministry, fits in with the overall vision and goals of the student ministry. They should not in any way be competing ministries, but the girls' ministry should complement the overall vision and goals of the student ministry. Some tips for success for working with your youth minister: to be professional, to communicate. The more you communicate with your youth minister, the better off everyone will be for the ministry. And that way you don't feel like there's tension or there's some difficulties in working together, but you need to communicate, and see how God can help you work together to minister to the teenagers who are in your ministry. There are obviously differences in the way men and women communicate. Women tend to focus on relationships in ministry, whereas men tend to focus on status in ministry. Women like to discuss ministry problems, where men tend to offer solutions. Women like to give affirmation, whereas men tend to give information. So it's important to remember those differences in gender communication. What are some things that the pastor or youth minister should expect from you? They should expect understanding of where the girls' ministry fits in the overall vision of the student ministry. You should clearly communicate that you should let them know that you're wanting to partner with them and to work together, not to work separately. And communication, it's important to be sure that you communicate things ahead of time and not just right as you're ready to promote an event or something. You need to be sure from the beginning stages that you are clear in your communication with the youth minister. And then administration of ministry, when you say you're going to plan an event or you're going to accomplish something, you need to be sure that you follow through with that. And the youth minister can expect you to lead the volunteers who are helping with the girls in your ministry. You want to be excellent in ministry, and you want to continue to pursue opportunities for training as God would guide you, and then support and respect the youth minister. And you also want to provide a professional, godly example. So what should you be able to expect from the pastor or the youth minister? Leadership for the ministry and organization, and communication as well, so that, again, you're on the same page, you're not competing with different dates for events and things like that, or different types of events. You want to continue to communicate. And then, ask the youth minister for resources to help you in growing and training. And then just accessibility, being able to get together, and encouragement to continue in the ministry. What are some things that it's important to tell the student minister? Well, definitely tell some of the ministry victories and what God has done in the ministry, but also you want to share counseling issues that, again, as I mentioned in previous slides, need to be reported. Be sure that you are sharing those things that absolutely need to be reported, that the student minister needs to be aware of, and to be aware of potential pitfalls as well. So be clear in communication for those things. You need to be clear in communication about major expenses. That is important, that you're not catching your student minister off guard by the expense of an event or something like that. Be sure that you communicate major expenses. And it's important to maintain integrity in your relationship. Keep relationships professional. With anytime you have a male minister and a female minister on staff, it's important to avoid being alone in cars, on trips, anything together. Again, protect yourself, protect your ministry, guard and protect the youth minister as well. So be very careful about those situations. Be careful about sharing personal problems, seeking comfort and advice, that sort of thing. Again, maintain a clear level of professionalism. And if your youth minister is married, you want to spotlight his wife at girls' ministry events and different things, and be respectful of their family time as well. And then just be careful that you are continuing to follow the Lord and seeking His guidance for the ministry, that you are clearly communicating, and that you are a team player with the overall vision and goals of the student ministry.